Canada just shut down thousands of crypto ATMs across the country, and if you are a beginner wondering how you are actually supposed to buy Bitcoin now, you are not alone. But here's the thing. The way most Canadians have been buying Bitcoin for years costs them 3 times more in fees than it needs to. I'm going to show you the exact method that costs the least, carries the least risk, and is the only one Canada's own financial regulators actually approve of. I will give you the specific fee number, but stick around, because I want to show you why the cheaper option is not always where you would expect to find it. I am your crypto compass. Let's get your bearings. In this video, I am walking you through exactly how to buy Bitcoin safely in Canada in 2026, step by step, on a regulated, government-approved platform. We are going to cover why your choice of platform matters more than ever right now, the 4-step process that takes less than 10 minutes, and the biggest mistakes that cost Canadian beginners real money. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to make your first Bitcoin purchase in Canada for the lowest possible fee without taking on any unnecessary risk. Let me start with a question. Do you know how many crypto companies Canada's own financial regulator shut down this year alone? 50. Canada's Financial Intelligence Agency, FINTRAC, has canceled the registrations of more than 50 crypto companies in 2026. The most aggressive compliance crackdown in Canadian crypto history. And that is on top of the federal government's proposal to ban all 4,000 crypto ATMs in the country after $704 million in annual fraud losses were linked specifically to those machines. Now, this might sound alarming if you are a beginner, but here is what it actually means. The Canadian government is not trying to eliminate crypto. It is trying to eliminate the unsafe parts of it. And they have been very specific about what the safe lane looks like. It is called an OSC and CIRO-registered crypto platform, a company that has been vetted, approved, and is subject to ongoing regulatory oversight. The platforms that currently qualify include Coinbase Canada, Wealthsimple Crypto, Shakepay, and Newton. These are the platforms Canada's own securities regulators are pointing Canadians toward. Everything outside that list carries meaningful risk, and after this year's enforcement wave, that risk is higher than ever. Which of those platforms is actually cheapest? I am going to show you the exact fee comparison in a moment. But first, there is one thing about how fees actually work on these platforms that surprises almost every beginner, and it is the most important thing in this video. Once you see how the fee structure actually works, and where the 0.06% option is hiding, you will never look at a crypto exchange the same way again. Here is what most beginner guides do not tell you. The price of Bitcoin is identical on every regulated platform. What is different is the fee, and that fee is where the real cost of buying Bitcoin in Canada actually lives. A standard Coinbase purchase through their simple interface charges 1.49%. Newton charges around pipe being made to PayPus charges. Krevdesnest, but Coinbase is where, when I am going to show you how to use today, charges just 0.06% as a market taker. That is 25 times cheaper than the basic interface, and it is available inside the exact same app. On a $1,000 purchase, that is the difference between paying $14.90 in fees and paying 60 cents. That difference compounds every single time you buy. So why do I specifically recommend Coinbase Canada? 3 reasons. First, it is the largest OSC-registered exchange available to Canadians, with a dedicated Canadian platform and direct CAD deposit support. Second, it has established partnerships with Canadian banking infrastructure, which means your Canadian dollars move cleanly between your bank and your account. Third, Coinbase is the platform where the institutional money flows. Over $100 billion in ETF assets are custodied in its ecosystem, which means it is deeply integrated into global Bitcoin liquidity. The other registered platforms, Newton, Wealthsimple, Shakepay, are also legitimate and safe for Canadians. If you are already using Wealthsimple for investing, their crypto offering is a perfectly reasonable entry point. But if you want the lowest advanced fee on the most liquid platform, Coinbase Canada is where I am directing you today. Now, here is exactly how to set up your account and make your first purchase. 4 steps, about 8 minutes total. Step 3 is where most beginners accidentally overpay. I will show you exactly how to avoid it. Step 1. Create your account. Head to Coinbase.com or download the Coinbase app from the App Store or Google Play. Click Get Started, enter your email address, and create a strong password. You will be asked to verify your email immediately. That is Step 1 done. Takes about 90 seconds. Step 2. Verify your identity. Coinbase Canada, like every OSC-registered platform, is legally required to verify your identity under Canadian anti-money laundering law. You will need a government-issued photo ID. Your driver's license or passport both work perfectly. The app walks you through a quick photo scan on your phone. Most verifications complete within a few minutes, though occasionally it takes up to 24 hours. This step is non-negotiable on any legitimate Canadian platform. If a crypto platform does not ask for your ID, that is a red flag, not a convenience. Step 3. Connect me out so. Connect your Canadian bank account we sir. Grad feed. Step Istrit Lide certain harting ages, dirts, or tide trust. Step Hari shirting me, sor. Quaist, furt. If a platnavi grad c ewer may justum topi travolid manner trust. There are patiental past by a grad game it as a wees. If you are just starting out, leaving your Bitcoin on Coinbase Canada is a reasonable choice. Coinbase is a publicly traded company regulated under both Canadian and U.S. securities law, with institutional-grade custody infrastructure and insurance coverage on custodied assets. The risk profile of a small holding on a regulated Canadian platform is very different from the risk of using an unregistered offshore exchange. The longer-term option, moving your Bitcoin to a personal hardware wallet like a Ledger or Trezor, which stores your Bitcoin offline and off any exchange, is worth learning about as your holdings grow. Hardware wallets give you what is called self-custody. Your Bitcoin, your keys, your responsibility. But for a beginner making their first purchase, focus on getting started safely on a regulated platform. Self-custody is a Chapter 2 skill. One absolute rule at every stage. Never send Bitcoin to an address you have not personally verified character by character. Never share your password, your 2-factor authentication codes, or your account recovery phrase with anyone, not even someone claiming to be Coinbase support. And keep a record of every purchase, the date, the amount in Canadian dollars, and the amount of Bitcoin received for your CRA tax filing. If you are finding this helpful, hitting subscribe means you will catch the next video. I cover Canadian crypto every week with no hype and no price predictions, just the information you actually need. Back to the 3 mistakes that cost Canadians the most right after this. Before you make your first purchase, I want to leave you with the 3 mistakes that go wrong most often for Canadian beginners. None of them are complicated. All of them are expensive. Mistake 1. Buying on an unregistered platform. Every year, Canadians lose millions of dollars to exchanges that are not registered with FINTRAC or approved by the OSC. If a crypto platform is not on Canada's registered MSB list, it cannot legally operate here as a crypto exchange. And if it collapses, freezes withdrawals, or simply disappears with your money, you have no legal recourse. The extra step of checking for OSC and FINTRAC registration before depositing a single dollar takes about 30 seconds and has saved Canadians millions. Mistake 2. Paying with a credit card. As I mentioned in the setup steps, most Canadian banks treat crypto purchases as cash advances. Cash advance interest, typically 19 to 22% annually, starts on the day of the transaction with no grace period. On a $1,000 purchase, that is an additional charge that has nothing to do with the crypto platform. Always use interage transfer or a direct bank debit. Always. Mistake 3. Ignoring your CRA tax obligations. Canada's tax agency treats cryptocurrency as a commodity, not a currency. That means every time you sell Bitcoin, trade it for another crypto, or use it to purchase something, you have a potential taxable event. You do not owe tax on unrealized gains, only when you sell at a profit. But the record-keeping requirement applies from day one. Keep a simple spreadsheet. Date of purchase, amount paid in CAD, amount of Bitcoin received. Date of sale, amount received in CAD, original cost. Your accountant will thank you, and you will not be caught flat-footed at tax time. So here is your complete picture. Canada's financial regulators have given you a clear, safe lane to buy Bitcoin. Use an OSC-registered platform like Coinbase Canada. The advanced trade fee trick means your first purchase costs a fraction of what most beginners pay. And the 3 mistakes, unregistered platforms, credit card purchases, and skipping your CRA record keeping, are all completely avoidable. If you want to go deeper on what happens after you buy, including how Canada's crypto tax rules actually work, check out the stable coins and CRA video in the cards right now. And if you are just getting started, subscribe and hit the bell. I publish Canadian crypto content every week. No hype, no price predictions. Just the information you need to navigate this space confidently. What is your biggest question about buying Bitcoin for the first time in Canada? Drop it in the comments. I read every one.